The bulk of Peter Murrell's £400,000 treasure trove of embezzled goods was not found by police, it's been revealed. The revelation came as Nicola Sturgeon's estranged husband appeared in the dock again, where it emerged the pair's Glasgow home may have to be sold and his pension raided to repay stolen SNP funds. And prompting more questions for Ms Sturgeon, who benefited from the fraud spree, prosecutor Alan Cameron KC told the High Court in Edinburgh the majority of the items purchased were not found during the searches. Ms Sturgeon is now under mounting pressure to reveal everything she knows about the whereabouts of a treasure trove of items amassed by her crooked estranged husband. The former First Minister faced increasing calls to open up about exactly what she saw at the marital home she shared with Peter Murrell during his £400,000 12-year embezzlement spree. Prosecutors are set to use proceeds of crime laws to go after Murrell's stake in the Glasgow property, as well as his generous £600,000 pension pots and the infamous SNP motorhome. Despite the detached house being worth around £350,000, it emerged that a maximum of £88,632 can be taken from any possible sale. And revelations of the cash clawback came after details of Murrell's brazen criminal betrayal while Chief Executive of the SNP were relayed on live TV from the High Court in Edinburgh on Tuesday. In remarkable scenes, the 61-year-old arrived for the hearing from the capital's HMP Saughton, where he is being held in remand, handcuffed to two female guards and wearing a suit. He falsified expenses, doctored invoices and lied to SNP staff to buy 3 vehicles, including a luxury Jaguar and the motorhome, as well as fiddling thousands to enrich himself and his family. But it emerged in the court that the bulk of goods embezzled by Murrell weren't found by police. The revelation raises questions about the whereabouts of many items, including gifts for family and friends, including his wife. Ms Sturgeon has been told she risks further tarnishing her legacy after 9 years as First Minister and 16 at the top of the Scottish Government if she remains silent, and the former SNP leader was blasted for allowing a culture where questions and challenges were shut down and viewed as an attack on the power couple. Her political opponents paraphrased the title of her memoir as they urged full transparency. Scottish Labour Deputy Leader Jackie Baillie said, "Frankly, it is a time for Sturgeon to come clean about where these stolen goods are and to finally do the right thing and help with the recovery of these items under the Proceeds of Crime Act. If she continues to obfuscate and refuse, her legacy will forever be tarnished and she'll be forever seen as a fundamentally dishonest and obstructive individual." Scottish Tory leader Russell Finlay added, "Having stonewalled police only to spin a carefully crafted story for the TV cameras, it's time for Nicola Sturgeon to be frank. It seems that Peter Murrell's treasure trove of luxury goods have mostly vanished. Where are they? If he bought Sturgeon a collection of expensive Mont Blanc pens with stolen SNP cash, they must be handed over to police." Prosecutors could also see what can be realised from flogging the motorhome, which cost almost £125,000, paid by Murrell with a £12,500 deposit, then 4 bank transfers totalling over £112,000 from party funds. Advocate Deputy Alan Cameron KC said the bespectacled crook had direct access to the SNP's accounting systems and logged expenses himself. He gave misleading descriptions or used incorrect accounting codes. He had ultimate approval and dodged putting his expenses through his party's formal online portal.
The source of those funds was the party's principal bank account over which the accused had control. The money within that account came principally from membership fees and donations paid by party members and other donors, and legacies. In his role as CEO, the accused was able to make direct transfers of money from that bank account. He also had a charge card linked to that account in his name for use in paying for items required by the party, as did other members of staff. The accused made direct transfers of money and used his party charge card and those of 2 other staff members to make purchases which were not connected to party business. Rather, they were for his own use or the use of others. Those other members of staff were unaware of him using their cards for that purpose. The party used accounting software to record income and expenditure. Any items purchased were recorded within that software under an accounting code which provided a general description of the nature of the spending. Examples of accounting codes were media, transport and tours, and campaign overheads. The accused had direct access to the accounting system and could log items of expenditure himself, although the majority of such work was done by another member of staff under his direction. In relation to many of the items which the accused purchased for his own use or that of others, he provided misleading descriptions and/or accounting codes under which the purchases were recorded on the accounting software.
In total, Murrell embezzled £18,408.91 through false expenses. He also used the party charge cards under his or other staff members' names to buy luxury items. This included a £3,070 robot lawnmower noted as legal fees. And the purchase of a silver Hamilton and Inches wine coaster worth £3,500 was recorded as leadership expenses. Murrell also splashed £9,350.25 on 2 Bremont watches, which he put down as event merchandise.
The accused made 2 purchases from CW Sellers Dura watches using £9,350.25 of SNP funds. On the 8th of June 2017, he purchased a white Bremont watch for £4,555.25. On the 12th of July 2017, he purchased a black Bremont watch for £4,795. Both transactions were recorded on the accounting software as event merchandise. These watches were found by police during their search of party headquarters in April 2023. The accused purchased a travel watch roll from Smytheson in November 2017 using £332 of SNP funds. This transaction was recorded on the accounting software under the code Staff Expenses and described as Doubletree, the Glasgow City Hotel. The accused purchased an OXO Good Grips 2-piece silicone egg poacher set on the 7th of July 2020 using £23.98 of SNP funds. This transaction was recorded on the accounting software under the code Computer Hardware Purchases and described as Ethernet cabling.
He used £57,500 of party cash to help buy an £81,000 Jaguar I-Pace. Murrell's lawyer, John Scully and KC, told the court he expected the fiddle cash to be repaid. Referring to a 2024 restraint order, he said the value of the property restrained suggests there will be repayment of the sum embezzled. The order, seen by the Scottish Sun, lists frozen assets as an £88,632 stake in the marital home and £613,496.04 in 2 legal and general pensions and the camper van. Ms Sturgeon told the BBC on Sunday, "I'm not guilty of that embezzlement, so nothing that belongs to me should be part of that." Her lawyer Amar Anwar said there will be no comment from Ms Sturgeon and Murrell will be sentenced on the 23rd of June.